So the worst thing you could do is only put him in here when you're leaving, because then it becomes the most horrible place. So if mealtime is exciting, that's the perfect time while you're still home, because you need him to be in here when you're home, when you're not home, for short periods of time, for long periods of time, when you're sleeping, when it's dark, when it's like, just to throw him off, you know?
Right.
Because people just put the dog in there and they're like, oh my God, that means they're leaving, and it makes the anxiety worse. So I think meal times, I just say he needs to be in here when you're home too. So like meal times are the perfect time to make it positive. You're in here, feed him and leave him in it for like 30 minutes to an hour during the meal times. And then when you leave, and then at night. Do you get him like bully sticks ever? He freaking loves bully sticks.
Yeah, I've been giving him bully sticks.
But he like devours it.
Okay, so maybe we should give him
bully sticks in here because it gives him something to do.
Okay.
So he doesn't go crazy, and he's obsessed with them. He eats like 5 every time he's at my house.
Which kind do you, just the big
I
red
get
ones?
big, no, that's rawhide.
Okay, so I give him rawhides.
Bully sticks are bull penises. But that's perfect to give him that in here. Jack, crate. Jack. Look at, he's like, Mom.
Come on, Jack.
I can grab treats too.
Come on, Jack. Come on.
Jack. Jack, right here. Right here. Yes. Good boy, Jack. All right, I'm gonna go grab my treat bag. We gotta make it positive. He laid down on his own, which is really good, so I'm gonna give him a treat for that.
Okay.
For chilling out in here. But if he's just too anxious, he's crying, you can't take it, wait until he at least calms down for like 5 seconds, then let him out. But always before you let him out, make him sit or lay down to shift his mind off of being anxious about coming out.
And even today on our walk, I'm trying to work on weight again.
You are? Good. Yeah.
So on our walk, like I tell him to wait and then I back up. He couldn't make it to 10 paces. So then he jumped up and was there, and then I like backed up to 5. Like, okay, let's see if you can at least make 5.
Yeah. Okay, so because he whined, next time we do this, we have to go out of the room and back for a shorter amount of time.
Okay.
Before he gets into his worked up state. But since we went to, you're always going to kind of, when you're trying to find that point right before he loses it, you're always going to kind of cross it sometimes. So if he does cross it, we're going to wait until he chills out to go back. Okay, now go back to him and just give him a treat, but don't say anything because he's settled down.
I'm trying not to have eye contact.
Yeah, just tell him sit. So you greeting him with a treat, giving him a command is a lot different than
sit. Come on. You need to do
yes.
What a good
job not repeating it.
Down. Come on. Go, Jack. Good boy. Yeah.
And then walk out again. Okay, this time we gotta go back in faster. Oh, close the door. And then just be silent. Perfect, making him lay down. I think directing the down is really good because it shows him what you're supposed to do in the crate. Just chill. And so when you greet him like that, that's perfect. Because you know, usually people greet a dog and it's like, hi. And if you make it a big party when you get home, then it's the worst thing when you leave.
Right.
So just greeting him, telling him to control himself will be really good. And also he needs to work on not losing it completely when you get home.
Right.
Like
wow. Yeah, because he has been. Right?
Yeah. He's jumping like crazy. Yeah. So also if he gets like, he's like pawing, crying, getting too much, we want him to know that gets you to go away. Chill gets you to come back to him. And that will give him motivation to chill himself out. A lot of times separation anxiety stems from him just working himself up. not real separation anxiety yet. It's just like, oh, when I paw, I cry, I get what I want.
Right.
And then they work themselves up so much that they have real separation anxiety.
We're doing a pretty good job.
Pico now.
Okay. Sit. Down. Good job, Jeff.
Good. And then just leave him now. So it basically switches his mind off when he's like, oh my gosh, she's leaving. And all of a sudden is like, oh, here I am. So it keeps him guessing. Because separation anxiety, his separation anxiety probably was happening before you even left. When you were getting your shoes on, your keys, all the signals, his mind was already ahead. The goal with this is to keep his mind present. Like when his mind is ahead right now, you don't want to move forward. So when he's like whining, we don't want to try for longer increments. We want to keep him present when he's starting to be like, oh, is she leaving?
Right.
Nope, just stay present with me. I'm right here, and follow my direction. And then he's like, oh, okay, all I have to do is wait for her direction instead of worrying about the future or wherever you're going.
Well, see, because I won't even pick up my purse, or I've taken to putting my purse in like, you know, like
Yeah, wherever.
grocery bags.
Oh, okay.
So he's not really that familiar with, because the minute he sees me pick up my purse and put it on my shoulder, he's at the garage door.
Okay. He thinks he's going. Yeah.
And so even like with me having moved and trying to put things in and out of the garage,
Yeah.
he keeps on following because he thinks I'm going in the garage. So I just let him hang out in there. As a matter of fact, I don't know if this is bad, I opened up the car door so he could go hang out, so he knew he was coming.
Probably bad. Yeah. You want him to, like, once he gets good with just this, then I would like grab the purse with it, go out, go back in, because he sees purse, it means he's going.
Right.
But yeah, it's not going to help him resolve it if he gets what he wants. Because basically when his mind is ahead, what we're doing now is bringing it back here present with us.
Right.
And then we move forward together. When his mind is ahead and what you're doing is you're meeting him up there, his mind is always going to be ahead then, because you're meeting him, giving him what he wants, instead of being like, nope, back up. Your mind thinks you're going, or I'm going, but no, let's just back up a little. And the thing is, at my house, he doesn't do any of the crying. Like, I can put him in the crate and I don't have to do this back and forth with the treats. But here, he needs the desensitization to know it's his little place. But he'll get over it. So it's not the worst thing in the world either if you put him in there and he cries it out. With his level of anxiety, he'd be okay. But you have to do this with it in order to do that. So sometimes doing this, and then other times just being like, I have to go to the grocery store. You're in here, and you're going to be okay.
Tonight, let's say,
sleep in it.
And he's in there, and he cries.
Tell him no. No, like firmly, and then direct him to lay down.
And then turn off the lights and just ignore him.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to see if when he's crying, if I tell him,
that's going to be easy.
I'm going to tell him, lay down.
Did he lay down? So I didn't know.
I just want to see how he does with the nose here, because it depends on the dog. Sometimes it feeds into it more if you give him the attention. Down. Jack. Up. But sometimes it gives him the motivation to like stop the whining and getting himself worked up. But I think he might be the opposite. I think he's not deciphering negative versus positive, and it's like, oh, I got attention when I was crying.
Right.
So don't do what I just did. I want to see if he does get worked up, if he relaxes himself. If a dog has like real separation anxiety, once they start, they can't stop. So we'll see. So it's also okay to do that. Like, let him get worked up, and he needs to chill out, self-soothe.
Right.
We just have to see if he's capable of it. But that whole little thing helps him. It directs him to what he should be doing, teaching him how to self-soothe.
Yeah.
But you have choice.
Sit.
Yes. He's like, how do I get this?
Come on. Down here. Down here. There There you go.
And then when he comes out, what we'll do is tell him, sit, Jack, 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 Jack. Mom's not gonna help you, you gotta listen. Okay, we're gonna go away then. So we also just want him being chill coming out of the crate, because if it's like, oh my God, get me out of here, and then you let him out, it also feeds into the issue of like him just getting out of the crate, and it's a huge deal. So we want him to sit, wait, open the crate door, and then when you tell him he can come out, then he comes out. So it's all on a command. And I usually use crate as the command to go in.
Okay.
But you can use bed. Well, we use, no, what did we use? We used spot before, I think.
What we were using?
Spot
Crate's
for,
fine.
okay. Sit. Jack. Jack. Look how stubborn he's being. Jack. Come in. Jack. Yes. Good.
Good boy, yeah.
Okay, now tell him. Tell him
Nope.
sit again now.
Jack.
So if you do say sit and then like good boy, like he did it, then you can say it again.
Okay. I can say good boy.
Yeah. Sit. Jack. I think he's being stubborn. You need to listen. Jack. Yes. Wait. See, this is kind of the behavior he gets. That's how he gets when he first sees you. And it's just totally feeds into his anxiety. Sit. Yes. Down. Jack. Yes. Come on. Yes. Relax. Down. He does get, this is such a new thing for him, isn't it? Being this worked up. Let me see if I get a big treat. Good
That's
boy.
That's it.
Ooh, what's that one? That one's smelly. Wait. Now you tell him to wait. Down. Jack. We want him to know being chill gets him out. Wait.
No.
Down. Yes. Jack, look here. You might want to back up if he sees you. He's gonna try to like just bolt, and he can't come out until I tell him. Down. Jack. Wait. Down. So each time he tries to get out, let's close it on him.
Okay.
So that he understands the only way out is being relaxed. But he's trying to test it. Wait. Okay, come. And sit. Jack. Just don't go all the way to him. I'm holding his collar. I'm going to make him sit. Yes. Yes. Good, Jack. Yes. Okay, good boy. And then when he comes out, just getting him to chill. So make him sit.
Sit. Down.
Yes.
Good boy.
There we go. His little thread the needle pose. His butt is always up in there. Yes, relax. Oh man, he needs a lot of that work. Yes, and you can also just do this. Crate on command. I held his collar, not to drag him in there, but to keep him from like going backwards.
All right.
So sometimes I'm just going to tell you the command and then you can come right out. I'm not even going to close the door.
Okay.
But yeah, you should try to get him to sleep in there.